I'll take the nature sounds out of it. Feeling really, really frustrated right now. I just am. Can you tell? Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was just finishing up all my titles. Changing up my titles, just changing up everything. I don't know what to do. I'm just really frustrated with my life. I can't do anything I want to do. I have no money. I don't have enough money to eat. I don't have enough money to do anything that I want. And there's no end in sight. Nobody, give me a job, somebody. Give me a call. Communicate with me. I want my life now. Okay, I want my life now. I want my life now. Declassify Claire now. I mean, I'll just sit here every day and say, declassify Claire Elisabeth Elliott now. 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 Ooh, it has kind of a ring to it, doesn't it? Claire Elisabeth Elliott. Declassify Claire Elisabeth Elliott now. 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 Nobody watches. So who cares what I do on these live streams? Go ahead. None of you watch. I don't have a life. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a F. I mean, I should just swear and say all kinds of horrible things on here because nobody watches. Nobody cares. As far as I know, nobody watches. As far as I know, nobody cares because it's all top secret. Yeah, I know. I have millions of views somewhere, somehow. I'm sure I do. To all the people who are in the Department of Empowerment. How are you? How are you? I don't get paid one penny. YouTube doesn't monetize my videos. Nothing. It will be a miracle when I can get monetized. And I don't have any of my money. Nothing. I have nothing. How would you like it if someone took all your money? All the money you've ever earned, all the money that is yours. How would you like it if somebody raided all your bank accounts and kept all your money from you? You know all about every pen. I mean, I can't give you an exact figure, but I know it exists. I've been told my whole life that I was going to be declassified and that, I mean, oh my God, I'm just so tired of talking about it. And, I'm going to just end this pretty soon because I'm very frustrated today because I don't have the money I need to do anything. I'm being held hostage in my home because I don't have any money to do what I need to do. I am swamped with bills. I'm just barely surviving. And yeah, I know people like my twin and Augusta really hope that I screw up so she can steal my house because it's really worth a lot because it's the place I lived the longest in all my life. Okay. I was always moving around as a child, and as an adult, I moved around even more because I never had money to do anything. And I always had to move. When you're poor, you have to move all the time. I don't know how that works, but it just does. You have a roommate situation, it falls apart. You have to move to another roommate situation, it falls apart. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how it works out, why it is you don't maintain a solid, stable existence somewhere when you're poor, but you just have to adapt and move along like a gypsy. Yeah. And that's been my life. And, it's so ironic that I dressed up as Dixie, a gypsy in 1983. It's just so ironic. And that somebody I know dressed up as a prisoner, and somebody else I know didn't even bother to wear a costume because he was just too above that. He just went as himself, which is actually quite appropriate. That was a very appropriate costume, going as himself, because that's how he's done the most damage, probably, I would say, as himself. Very frustrated today because all my money, all our money, it's really Dean whose income came in yesterday, and it's all gone. I mean, paying bills. I'm so frustrated, and we haven't paid all the bills. We just paid what we had to pay, and we can't, our goals. We can't do anything we need to do or want to do because there's not enough money to do it. And so I'm like hostage. I mean, yes, I know that they want to keep me in New York State right now. It's clear and obvious that they do. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. I don't have enough money. And what am I supposed to do? Get a job? And then I have to leave and do other things. You can't get a job and then like leave and do you can't make your own schedule when you have a job. You have to have your own business to make your own schedule. And to have your own business, you have to have money, right? And if you don't have money, I mean, it's just a joke. Trying to do a business, it doesn't work. You just don't, nobody wants me to be successful. Nobody wants, it's like, what do you want? Okay. Either you give me my life and my money and all my assets, everything, or what? I guess I'm supposed to just keel over and die. I'm supposed to not be totally frustrated and complain. I mean, yeah, they want me. I know they want me to, my people want me to go live every day. I can tell. I just know it. It's like they've told me telepathically. I don't know. I just know. Declassify Claire Elizabeth Elliott now. I think I expired. I think that's what it is. My declassification. My classification, my top secret classification, I believe it expired on Monday, August 11th. And Trump is the only reason I'm not declassified. He's the one person who's not doing what he needs to do to declassify Claire Elizabeth Elliott. I mean, can't you go around the idiot? Can't you? I mean, does the president have to sign off on my declassification? He had nothing to do with my classification. Yes, he's in the Epstein Files. I am, the personification of the Epstein Files, and he won't release it. I mean, isn't there a law that requires the president to release files that have been declassified by other agencies? I mean, other agencies, the FBI declassified it and handed it to the Trump administration, and the Trump administration refuses to release the Epstein files. And they're trying to like divert our attention, trying to point to, the grand jury testimony, and they know that the judge is not allowed to release grand jury testimony, and they're waiting for the judge to refuse or to deny their request. They've already been denied their request to declassify the grand jury testimony, in regard to, I guess, Maxwell and the Epstein files, her case with the Epstein files, her case, right? She's a child trafficker, co-conspirator with Epstein, who, spent a lot of time at my house in the 1970s, into the 80s. Well, not really the 80s. It was really the 1970s, around the time Trump was at my house. And I have nothing to prove it. FBI knows everything, and they've declassified. They're saying they handed the Epstein files to Trump, and he won't release them because he's in them. And he says, "Oh yeah, it's not credible." Yeah, you don't want people to. If it's not credible, let us judge for ourselves. Release it. Okay, credible evidence, release it. If it's not credible, I guess all of us will know on the face of it it's not credible. Yeah, just release it. If it's bogus, just say, "Oh, this is bogus. Here you go." But he won't even let us see it because he knows that it's so bad. Yeah, what happened to me was so bad. And that's just a little, Epstein, he's just a little like snippet. It's not even like all that I went through. It was just a little snippet in time, when I was in my adolescence. That's it. Middle school. When I was a student at John Witherspoon Middle School in Princeton, New Jersey. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's the time in my life that is in the Epstein files. I don't recall him coming to my house when I was a freshman in high school. I think at that point he was cut off, or he had gone on to bigger and better things. I don't know. He always wanted me to come to his house. At the end, he was trying to convince me to come to his house, and my people are like, "Oh, you do not want to do that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want to do that." And he's like, "Why?" He really hated the control that he perceived me having. A child being abused. Yeah, like I had all the power and control. Yeah. I guess in his distorted mind, I had all the power. And I'm the one who's the victim. Yeah, I guess I made him feel things that he had never felt before. I'm the one that corrupted him and made him do all that he did with all those other girls who were younger than me, I guess, and came later. I don't know. I don't understand monsters. I will never understand monsters. And I grew up with them surrounding me. I know them like nobody else. And I believe the monsters think that I understand them better than anybody else. But I will never, ever understand them completely. They will always baffle me, even if I understand them better than anybody else. Yeah. I mean, obviously, our government has shut down. It's just not operating the way it was intended to operate. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I just don't. I mean, are we all doomed? Is life over as we know it? I mean, they're holding me hostage. I've been held hostage my whole life, but it's time to release me, and it just seems like I'm being held back. It seems like there's my people are holding me back to protect me, and I don't, I know my people are protecting me and my interests, my legal interests, but um and I do have faith in that, and I do trust my people, but I'm frustrated as hell. I don't know how much longer. I mean, nobody has informed me how long this is supposed to go for. I mean, what am I going to be doing this till my birthday, my 60th birthday? Do I have to turn 60? Do we have to get to Christmas? Is it Christmas? Because we did discuss Christmas. I mean, do we have to wait for Christmas, Christ's birthday? It's not really Christ's birthday, but it's symbolic of that. That is, I know my birthday was an issue because my identical twin and my triplet brother have the same birthday. And it's not about them. Sorry, it's not about you. I know you're both narcissistic, but guess what? It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about Claire. And I'm sorry that bothers you so much. sorry that bothers you so much. It's about Claire. Claire, who has never had a life, who has never had the comforts and the attention and the respect and honor and comfort that you've all had. Everybody's had their moment. Everybody's had their money. Everybody's had their payout. Everybody's had everything that they need and want, except for Claire. Claire is last on the list. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, and yet I'm really frustrated at this moment in time. I was fine earlier. I was just like, "Okay, here we go." I'm just so tired of going live, and what am I gonna say? I'm like, "What the hell am I gonna say today?" I don't have anything more to say, and, nobody watches. I don't make any money doing this. I need money, and I make nothing. I have nothing. And you just monopolize. I mean, nobody's monopolizing my time. I'm just choosing to do this, right? So you blame me, right? And what do I have to show for it? Nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I know there are people out there who I know there's a whole slew of people who are secretly watching me. I have a huge audience, but I would never know because I'm top secret. They keep it all top secret. YouTube has like a top secret platform. I know they do. I know my people. I see so many people who watch my content, but I don't get the credit. I don't get the views. Nothing. Nobody. I don't earn any I'm not monetized. I don't earn any ad revenue. Nothing. Nobody pays me anything. I'm happy that people watch me and that I am so popular and that everybody loves me so much. I'm so grateful, but it doesn't mean a lot if I can't see it. I mean, what is the use of all these people caring so much about me and watching me and me being so it's like it's like a celebrity, like, not knowing how famous they are. I mean, can any one of you who are celebrities watching me, can you imagine what it would be like to be me? Like, just imagine you have no money in the bank. Okay, first of all, I guess we shouldn't start there. We should start with you have no one paying attention to you. Okay, even though in a secret forum or some kind of secret way, everybody sees all your content and all that you do, and you do all this stuff from home or something, or whatever you do to be a celebrity, whatever shows you appear on, whatever films you act in. Let's just pretend that those films, those TV shows, whatever has made you the celebrity you are, just pretend those shows, those films, whatever it is, are like top secret, and you don't see you just you do your part, but you never see the end product. Okay, or you do see the end product, but nobody watches it from your point of view. I mean, you don't see any views, you don't see it on TV, you just see it on a YouTube channel that you have, right? You just have a YouTube channel, and all your films and everything, they get 1 view, 50 views, 100 views if you're lucky. Just imagine. Like, let's use I have to use somebody and use a specific example. Who's a good celebrity to use as an example? I mean, I think of Britney Spears, but I don't know if Britney is a good example. Okay, let's use Taylor Swift since she's in the news so much. Let's pretend I'm, Taylor Swift, all her music, all her adoring fans are separated from her, and she doesn't see them at all. She creates all this music, she does all her documentaries. Let's say she doesn't go to any public events where there's adoring fans, because that would ruin it, right? Right. That doesn't, like, she just imagine, like, she's never in a situation where she sees her fans. She has no idea how people react to her content. to her songs, her music, nothing. She just knows she enjoys the music a lot. And yeah, that's true. Wait, that's not a good example, is it? Because all my music is everywhere. I mean, I know that people love my music because I love it, but it's not just because I love it. I mean, all my songs are, other people take credit for it. Okay, so that's a better example. Like Taylor Swift. Just imagine she wrote all this stuff and everybody else performs it and nobody gives her credit. And she receives the income that she receives for her work is put into account that she has no access to and can't even see, right? But knows there's like a lot of money because she sees all the millions of views and downloads of her music, etc., right? And just imagine she stays home and leads a normal life. She doesn't go anywhere. Like I know she has some kind of football boyfriend or something. Like she doesn't go to a game and everybody's like, "Oh, Taylor Swift," or anything. She sees nothing of her fans. The Swifties, she probably knows she has fans, but she doesn't know anything about the Swifties and all the things that they do. Everything's kept under wraps and she doesn't see it. She just did a lot of work that's out there and other people are taking credit for, and she's given no credit herself. Her accounts that she has no access to and can't even see are receiving all her income, which she has no access to, and she's just expected to live a normal life like a person who has never done anything. you know that is torture, don't you think? I mean, wouldn't that be torture to you as a celebrity to have all your work out there and you see how wildly successful it is, how much people adore this content, and then you see somebody else getting all the credit for all your work and the money, the income you receive from all that you did, it's like a huge vast amount of money, but you don't get to have any access to it. It's just in an account with your name on it. And then on top of that, yeah, you don't get anything. You don't even see the account, nothing. But other people get payouts from your account. But you don't. No, you're expected to survive on poverty, social security checks, and like really, I mean, Dean and we survive on, like, I know it doesn't sound like too little. It sounds like we're above the poverty line, and I guess technically we are because we don't. That's the worst case scenario when you have so many bills because you're carrying two properties and you can't afford all your bills. You can't do anything you need to do, but your income is just above what it needs to be for you to receive Medicaid, you know, and so you don't qualify for all those benefits because you make too much money because you're paying so much money out. And so, but you are living like a poverty lifestyle, but you don't qualify for all the things that people in poverty qualify for because you're just above the threshold. Just imagine, just everything it's like a nightmare, living a nightmare. Just imagine that kind of nightmare. How would you feel? All your accomplishments, all your achievements, your biggest achievements and accomplishments. I mean, I have some little ones that I managed to slide in there here and there. I mean, I do consider one of my greatest modern day accomplishments was taking care of Elizabeth and keeping her alive as long as I did, because I look at old photos of her and I say, "Oh my god, she looks like she's the walking dead." I kept her alive and healthy, I mean, despite all her problems, and that was a huge, vast accomplishment. I made the impossible possible, and I didn't see that there was any other option. I just had to do it, and I sacrificed myself and my life to keep her going despite all the torture and all the so many people. I mean, I was so harassed by her family and her friends, and she was very confused, and she had dementia, and she didn't know she had dementia, and she got confused with reality, and she didn't act like she had dementia a lot of the time, and people believed what she said, and she created a lot of confusion that I suffered, that I was the victim of. And I didn't have to keep her going. I didn't have to help her, but I just couldn't do it I couldn't watch somebody across the street from me be eaten alive by all the vultures. I just couldn't. I've heard of senior citizens being taken advantage like that, and I just had never seen it happen in real life. And when I saw it happening, I just didn't have a choice. I had to protect her, and I sacrificed a lot of my life and myself to do that, and didn't get very much back in return. And it was a huge, vast accomplishment. I was doing the job of, like, I don't know what it was, how many people I was doing the job of. I mean, it was like 8 or 9 people or something I figured out. I mean, I was just doing the impossible. And there were people just, like, amazed, like, who knew what I was doing. And this is how I pulled through. And none of the attacks and harassment ever panned out. The truth prevailed, but it didn't really help me anything at all. It didn't really help my life at all. I mean, it was a huge, vast achievement that most people wouldn't have ever been able to do. And yet it doesn't matter. And it didn't do anything for me in my life. And I still am in the same situation I was in before I did that. That was supposed to, like, free me and prove how functional, and prove what I was able to achieve. I achieved the impossible in that situation, and it wasn't enough. It's like, what is enough? What do you want from a human being? I mean, I know I'm not a robot, okay, but I wouldn't want to be a robot. Who wants to be a robot? I mean, robots are very useful. They have a place in our lives, but I would never want to be a robot in a million years. I am a human being. I have emotions. I have a heart. I have my creativity. I mean, incredible creativity, like no other creativity I've ever encountered. And yet it doesn't mean anything to anyone. It just is disregarded as worthless, apparently. I'm not worthy of having a life, and owning my own creativity. Other people, my creativity is for everybody else to steal and take credit for. Right? Is that right? I know that it's old, it's old creations that I created, but it was the only time that I was given an opportunity to mass produce using my brilliant creativity. It was the only time that I was given that opportunity in my entire life. Okay. When I was 8 years old, you know, I was older too, and I was a little younger. I was quite a bit younger too. During my childhood, I was given that opportunity. Never in adulthood have I been given that same opportunity. So my greatest achievements were during my childhood when I was given that greatest opportunity. Never again have I been given such an opportunity. So that's all I have. That's like my greatest accomplishment, in life. What I did when I was a kid. As an adult, people have just thrown me under the bus again and again, and just ignore me and just overlook me and just hand everything to other people to take credit for. And I guess that's my role in life, to be the slave to humanity. And humanity is supposed to just R me, that's what it is. It's called RAPE. That's what RAPE is. It's just taking what you want and throwing away the rest, right? I mean, that's really what you're doing, when you are somebody, right? You're just taking what you want. This person is nothing. They're just here for me to take what I want from, and they're just an object to me. That's what R is. Just taking what you want and throwing what you don't want away. That's what you do with an inanimate object. It's treating a human being like an object, like they don't matter, like they're not a human being. Buddhas are human beings. There's no a robot is not a Buddha. Um, a robot does not have the potential to become a Buddha. Yes, they can assist the Buddha in propagating the truth. They can chant. I've gotten some robots to chant on my channel. The truth, the Buddhism is the truth, but they themselves, a Buddha is a human being. There's nobody but a human being who can become a Buddha. I mean, dogs and cats, they have more enlightenment in their hearts than a robot. A robot can't even compete with dogs, cats, certain animals, horses or pigs are actually more intelligent than dogs, and have a lot of sensitivity as well, which is a form of intelligence. Yeah, I'm being treated like an animal. Yeah, and that's why I relate to animals more than I do to human beings sometimes. I understand, I feel for my animals, and I try to treat them better than I was treated as a human being. I was a human being treated not even like an animal, like an inanimate object is what I was treated like, not even like an animal. But, you know, I think a lot of people see that I relate to a lot to the animals, because a lot of animals are treated like inanimate objects as well, and we eat them. And I know, I mean, I have as well. I've eaten them, and my dogs eat them. Cats too. I don't know. I'm just talking nothing. Nobody cares. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, I'm probably breaking records with how few views are on my channel. Every time I use Restream software, YouTube penalizes me, I guess, and doesn't give me any views. I guess they just think that if you're live streaming with software, that you should have your own audience. YouTube does not push me out at all. I just am expected to. I mean, if I went live on my phone, I think YouTube might push me out more. I don't know. They hardly push out my videos. I guess, they've just basically, the algorithm has decided that people have to search for me and show enough interest in me before I'll be pushed out. And I don't understand how people take off on YouTube channels. I guess I'm just something. I'm a channel, I'm a person. The algorithm, which is a robot, does not understand. The YouTube algorithm, the robot that is YouTube, does not understand me. And because I confuse the algorithm, I disable it, and nobody knows who I am as a result. And YouTube is losing money because the because nobody knows who I am. If everybody knew who I was, YouTube would make a lot of money on this platform. They'd make a lot of money off of me. It's YouTube that's losing out too, not just me, you know. But, actually, that's probably not true. I bet YouTube makes a lot of money off me. It probably makes a killing off of me in the secret world. They've got like some kind of secret platform, and they make money off of me. But I'm not allowed to see that. I'm just supposed to suffer here in anonymity, talking to myself here with the Restream software. I mean, yeah, if I took my phone, maybe I'd get a few. I don't know. I guess I should try it. But, I'm streaming this to Facebook. I mean, let me see. The people, I have 5,000 friends. Well, maybe not quite 5,000 at this point. But I have almost the maximum number of friends. And I'm going to go and I'm going to see to make sure I'm on Facebook. Yeah. I am. And none of my Facebook friends are bothering to watch. I guess maybe I'm pretty sure that my people, I'm pretty sure the reason why my Facebook friends are so quiet these days is because they've been recruited by my people and they're all part of this whole thing, you know. Yeah, let's see what Claire will do next, thing. And, everybody's included except for Claire. It's kind of like a situation like, what is it, the Truman Show? He's the only one that does. It's something similar to that. I know they made that movie with me in mind. I know. Yeah, Claire, the people who that's such a I'm sure a lot of people think I'm so narcissistic and crazy. I know. Most people though are in on it. I'm just one of these. I'm just I guess these are the final days. I really hope these are the final days. But Claire is suffering. Claire, you are torturing Claire, and I need to be declassified now. I can't keep going on like this. I cannot go on like this anymore. I'm tired of this. I'm done with this. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you expect of me. I just need this to end. I need you to do, my people, how could they have ever thought that, of course, the last person in the world who would want to declassify me is Donald Trump. It was my worst nightmare when he won the election, and he didn't really win, but it was rigged because, it was a loophole in the law, and the CIA put him in place because the Democrats didn't follow the procedure in the Constitution. There was no primary, and they broke the rules, and they broke the law, and so Kamala was never going to win, right? Even though I voted for her, and my vote has authority over everybody's. And yeah, worst nightmare that Trump won again. It was my worst nightmare the first time, and it was my worst nightmare again. And of course he's the last person that would ever declassify me, and he's the last person. And how could my people think it was okay? I know there's some plan. I'm so tired of talking about this shit. So tired of it. So fucking tired. How is this going to go well with Trump being president? How the hell is this supposed to work out? Oh, okay. I'm supposed to have faith that there's Buddhahood in this moment. Yeah, Buddhahood in every moment, and every world in Buddhism. There are 10 worlds. Okay, from hell up to Buddhahood, and every world are the other 9. Right. So yeah, I'm in hell right now. Okay, there is Buddhahood here in this hell that I'm experiencing right now. Okay, there's the Buddhahood door. I can escape into Buddhahood, right? That's what a Buddha would do, right? It doesn't mean Buddhas don't suffer. I'm suffering a lot right now. But there's a Buddha door. The escape route is Buddhahood. If I want to escape into Buddhahood, yes, I know this is all going to work out. I know all this shit. I know my people have a plan. I know this is all precisely according to plan. I know. And they want me to, they're putting me on display. Okay, great. Happy to entertain you all. But yeah, Dean is here. Dean's in the house. Well, Dean's in the room. Hi, Dean.
Hi.
Just really frustrated tonight. I guess I'll just sit here. Maybe I'll just every day I'll just sit here and just do my work with this banner going by Declassify Claire Elisabeth Elliott now, with my little banners, and just do my tasks and just do that every day. I don't know. I have nothing to say. What do you want from me? I was looking at the news and trying to see what I could talk about, because I really don't have anything to say anymore. I just declassify me. Tell my story. I can't, nobody believes anything I say. They just think I'm full of it. They think I'm crazy. I mean, I'm just like talking to myself. Uh, It's just pointless, and I know that's what they want me to. I know the people who want to like keep me down. That's what they want. They want me to be so discouraged that I just keel over and die. I guess. I don't know. Just go away. Just that's how they keep me down, right? But my people, they have a plan, and I know that. That is my Buddha knowledge. Okay, I know this. This doesn't mean that I'm happy about it. I'm not happy with the way things are going. I'm not happy. I just don't have anything more to say, everybody. Okay, declassify me, and then maybe I'll have something to say. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep this going, and I'm just gonna do something else with my time because I'm fed up and I just don't care anymore. Okay. Declassify me. Declassify me.